Villagers in Minecraft are pretty bad. They don't look good, they're not self-sustainable, and worst of all, they're not even safe. When one zombie can wipe out an entire village, that's a big problem for me. Without any villagers, I don't think I'm gonna go very far in my hardcore world. That's why in this episode of Minecraft Hardcore Skill Tree, I will be learning the basics of how to build in Minecraft. And then using those skills to turn this village into an authoritarian regime that supplies me resources. For this village is imperfect, I will have to wipe away the impurities and make it as beautiful as me. First things first, land. After that, I needed to draw a map of the land I just rightfully claimed as my own. I actually don't remember. Wait a minute. Alright. Next thing on the list was a plan. I watched a video made by It's Marlo about how to plan a custom village, and he laid out a few guidelines. According to him, first I have to pick out a style for the village. I'm actually gonna go with the one 3 minutes, 10 seconds and 20 frames into his video. This spruce oak medieval theme. Holy shit, that scared me. Hey wandering villager, you do know we have a strict policy on immigration. After that, I needed a mostly even terrain to build the village on. This village will be on this central island, and there are gonna be around 6 parts of the village, which are also gonna be the 6 districts for the village elections. The districts that I'm gonna draw, of course. We can start with the easier parts first, and then move on to the harder buildings later. Let's start off with the bridge, the beacon of no words. I should be able to build this, right? I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm hoping it looks good. How does it look right now? Maybe if I... How does it look so far? It still looks kind of jank, doesn't it? I'm starting to think I can't design a bridge. Is this my failing art school moment? After 3 hours, I finally finished my first build. I loved it so much, I built another one. Fuck it. If you love your child, you give them a sibling. Fuck it. I love these 2 bridges so much, I built a 3rd one. What better way to make your second child miserable than by making them a middle child, am I right? Alright, I'm gonna stop building bridges now. But before I start building the houses, first I need to give the villagers a reason to move to begin with. Oh, that will do just nicely. God damn! I can see why people have raid farms now. I'm still not gonna do it though. I think having too many totems just make the game too easy. This is Minecraft Hardcore, not Minecraft Softcore. If Minecraft Vanilla is cleavage and laundry, then Minecraft Hardcore is boobs, ass, vagina and dick. The big, the small, the fat, the skinny, the long, the short, the fuda, everything. What the hell was I talking about again? Alright, it's time that I actually start building houses. So, one last problem. How do I build?
Minecraft is a great game. You can build absolutely anything. It is a game of pure freedom. Shape is the single most important thing, and it's going to make up the bulk of this video. And you need to be careful when you use roof styles like this, where you have a staircase and then 2 blocks. It does take a bit of experimenting, but as you build more, you will realize what works and what doesn't work.
How does it look so far? It's looking pretty good. Oh my god. With the first house down after 2 hours, it was time to move on to the next build. We're making it out of the art school with this one. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. I'm actually not sure what to build here yet. Remember this area because we'll be coming back to this later. For now, I moved on to something else, like the library. This is actually a very important build. Not just because of the nerfs to villagers in update 1.20.2, but actually because most dictators in history have burned books at one point. Actually wait, did Stalin burn books? Hell yeah, let's just add that to the dictator bingo. I think that's the library done. And books burned. Can I place a book and quill in the bookshelves? Yes, I can. Alright. A society in which everyone can work towards a common goal. Serving me, Zealots. Our struggle. Next is the coastal parts of the village. I began experimenting with other roof designs, most notably the one with slabs. I also make sure to build my beautiful house over here so that I could more easily turn these villagers into supporters. Alright, that's 2 districts done. Moving on to the next one, the farm. The farmlands are gonna be the massive wheat fields you see in every single build. But mine's better because I'm the one making it. I'll build like a massive windmill at the center. This windmill looks like a work in progress, just like me. Wait a minute, it's not even centered. I am a failure. It's only a windmill on the outside. Inside the windmill is pure, unfiltered slave labor. Won't be a dictatorship without at least some slaves, you know? Now I just need villagers for the workforce. Unfortunately, breeding villagers isn't exactly the most entertaining footage. But don't worry, I got this. Here are 3 bachelors for you to choose from. Would you like the librarian, the butcher, or the and you went after the librarian immediately. Nerd! Honestly, I don't blame you. Anyone would look more attractive with glasses. A girl? A girl with glasses? A guy? A guy with glasses? Funny thing is, I actually got a story behind that. So one time in my high school, at this kind of like camp place, me and 3 other guys did what 4 guys would do if they are assigned a room together. We stayed up late talking about life and stuff. You know, like boys do. And when the topic came to crushes, I brought up the fact that like every crushes I've had so far wore glasses. And my friend, this one guy, this motherfucker was feeling extra merciless, extra cruel, extra savage. He said, "You're only attracted to girls with glasses because they don't have the eyesight to see how ugly you are." I wasn't even mad. I was just stunned. I was too stunned to speak. Alright, now I'll turn it into a medieval hospital, but without the healthcare. Basically, it's just an outer shell for the villager reader. I need something to pump out zillion subscribers like it's a viral YouTube video. Something to pump out people that will hit the like button on my videos. And I have just the solution for that. I'll make the newborn kids go through a crash course of alternate history written by me. In the beginning, Zay created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the spirit of Zay moved upon the face of the waters. And Zay said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Most of the village's wealth was due to Zay's blessings and strong leadership across multiple millennia. After Zay lost an arm during an early expedition and miraculously grew back the arm later, Zay's sacrifice inspired our village's motto, "For the village will I give." Alright, I think this will work. Sounds like pretty good propaganda to me. Enough to foster these child villagers into obedient cogs for my machine. Alright, that's the hospital done. But the hospital isn't enough to solidify my control. I needed more. So next I built a church for the clerics. This will be a place of purifying and cleansing. A place where they could worship their Lord and Savior, their Messiah, the one who gives them everything. Me. Alright, done. I made sure that the church could accept donations. Do you know what else also accepts donations? This channel. If you like the videos that I make, then feel free to donate through Super Thanks. Every bit of Super Thanks is a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship that I won't have to take in the future. And that's the Central Island done. Where are you going? Some villagers weren't too happy with me being a supreme leader, overlord, dictator, authoritarian, totalitarian, judge, jury, executioner, god of the village. So before I could continue with the remaining structures, I first had to protect the villagers. Protect them from what? Well, from what I'm about to do if they escaped, of course. I'll have to build an outer wall and close off the village from the outside world. There's like a very easy 2016 joke to make here, but I have standards. I think now's a good time to mention that any resemblances to real life are purely coincidental. Especially if it's Chinese, Russian, or Germany in 1933. Pure coincidence. There we go. It's not complete, but it's only meant to discourage them from leaving, rather than actually prevent them, you know? Our next problem right now is the lack of genocide. Every dictator does a little bit of genocide. You know, just a little bit. So all that's left to build is an iron farm. And just because I'm evil, the iron farm also does illegal sewage dumping. Yeah, you're drinking my shit and piss and cum. My cum's in there too. Now finally, it is time for politics. This is where I built the podium for elections to be held. And by elections, I mean election, because there will only be one election. And also the election is heavily rigged in my favor. So there are a few problems. The farm, the iron farm, and the library. The farmers are very aware of the slave labor that happens, and so they're more likely to vote against me. The iron farm villagers could easily rebel against me, and they have very good reason to, because I'm literally genociding iron golems. And the librarians have the facts on their side. They could easily see past the misinformation I spread. So let's take care of them. Let's completely pack all the opposition votes into one district, the iron farm and the library. Squeeze this one full district of people that vote against me together. Then draw 2 districts for the fishing docks. As for the farm, I'll crack the vote in half. Draw half of the farm with the hospital, with the villagers that greatly support me, and the other half with the church, who also greatly supports me. This way, I've basically halved their opposition force and pitted them against my super strong supporter bases. Since I only need over half of the votes, I just win both districts. As for the rest of the village, they'll vote for me. They will vote for me. Alright, I've successfully redesigned the village into my liking. Now that I've secured my future with this steady supply of resources for future episodes, I think I've had somewhat of an improvement with my building skills. It could be better, but there's improvement for now that I can work on later. I could finally move on to the next skill on the skill tree. Remember this empty spot we've left behind at the start of the video? Well, the next skill on the skill tree is redstone. Tune in to the next episode as I build the villager clock tower. I will be learning redstone skills to make a functioning clock that displays the correct time of day. While waiting for that, remember how I got the fishermen at the fishing docks to vote for me? Well, I showed them this video where I fished in Minecraft for 24 hours. No automatic fish farms, no secret technique, just pure 24 hours of manual fishing. If you've enjoyed this video, then give this a watch as well. I'll see you there. Huge thanks to R31527, David Sherwin, 8967 and Breadboys account for their super thanks.